Hello, everyone. Nikki from Belton is going to show us how to do some fun drip painting today. So we'd love it if you join us on Zoom and you can chat with us if you'd like, or just watch us live on Facebook. But I'm going to give it to Nikki.
Hi guys. I'm back with something different this week. This week I decided to get a little bit creative on a different end. So we're gonna do something that's super duper duper easy. Um, you do not have to be an artist to do anything like this. That's the best part because I'm not an artist, but this is just a fun way of using paint and getting creative and not knowing the result. The end result's the best part because you don't know what it's going to look like. So to start out with, you're just going to want a blank white canvas. It works best if it's on a canvas. Doesn't matter the size. This I think is an 8x10. I did a really large project with this drip painting. Actually, this is the rectangle right here from the first time that I did it. So that took a lot of paint. You could do something like this where you have just individual pieces, and in the end you piece it all together. The fourth piece is over here, but it's super duper fun. So you're going to want a blank white canvas, a lot of acrylic paint. Acrylic paint is the best paint that you would want to use for this project. Um, so yeah, and just a cup. So here we go. Um, all you're going to do to start with is add, like I said, add paint. You don't have to stir your paint, nothing, just drip it in like this. Just keep going. There's no order. So these are all my favorite colors. Um, I have all these colors in my house. Some paint's thicker than others, and that's okay. I'll show you how to kind of loosen up the paint if it's too thick for when we do our drip. So if you guys do end up doing this, would love to see your pictures, your end result, any tips that you guys have when you do it, that would be fantastic. So you really just layer your paint on. Project gets a little messy, so that's why I'm out here in my yard. My favorite spot to be anyways. So and I'm just going to add 2 more colors and we should be good to go. You never really know how much paint you need until you start dripping. So we'll see. All right, so that should be enough. My cup, I'm not sure you can see the shadow, but my cup is about a third of the way full, just for a canvas this big. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my canvas and put it on top like this. You can start wherever you want. You can start on the corner, in the middle, doesn't matter. I'm going to start in the middle just because the canvas is so small. I'm going to start here and I'm just going to flip it like this. Okay. I'm going to wait a good, I don't know, 10 seconds just so all my paint starts to get to the bottom of the cup here. Okay. Now this is where it starts to get messy. We'll see how it goes. All these different fun colors together. Okay. As the paint comes out, just turn it. You see how it's just super duper duper fun, and there's no way of knowing what this end result will look like. Yes, you want it to drip off the edges. Like I said, this is clearly my painting table, so it's okay if it gets on my table. Look at all those fun colors. Who knew that all these colors would go great together, right? So for me, looking at this, that was not enough. That was not enough paint. Sorry. So I'm going to go ahead and add more paint. I think I'm going to brighten it up here a little bit. So, and this time, instead of starting in the middle, I'll start in my corners, in one of my corners. But I didn't need to add water because the paint was pretty liquefied. So that's good news. This will take a while to dry. That's for sure. And we'll do this color. All right. Actually, I want to do some purple too. Okay, so I'm back with some paint. I think my shadow shows we're about a third of the way full again. So I can't flip it over this time like I did the first time. So I'm going to just tilt both and meet it halfway here. Okay. And just let it spill on out. I'm sure that my son will love this and will want to put it in his room. So that's probably where it's going to go. But all right. So like I said, there's no real end result. You never know what you're going to get. I would keep dripping until all your corners are covered. This is super cool up here. This looks like a galaxy. But yes, you will get paint all over you. So that's the easiest, the simplest way to do drip painting. Like I said, acrylic paint is the best kind of paint. When it's all dry, I would give it at least 24 hours to dry. But when it is all dry, I like to put a clear polyacrylic on top of it just to protect it. You know, if it goes in your bathroom, protect it from the humidity of, you know, the showers and all that. But that's really all I have for you guys today. I mean, if we can always do another one if you want, but I would love to see what you guys come up with. Just like last week, if you did the challenge, you can always send your pictures of your project to Alyssa. But yeah, that's all I have.
I have a question.
Yes, yeah.
First of all, how did you already say how you clean up the acrylic paint? Like, is it clean, like washable, or is it hard to get out of your clothes?
That's a great question. Acrylic paint is not washable out of your clothes. No. So you will want to wear something that you're able to get dirty if the paint does get on you. Now it'll come out of your hands and all, but it's not, yeah, it's not washable paint.
Do you have time to show us how to do the little ones you had over there and put them together and how that looks?
Sure, I would love to do that. I got those selfishly for myself.
I think those look cute. Yeah.
No, I didn't prepare. I didn't bring myself paper towels here. So.
And we do have some participants. So if they have any questions or if anybody's watching live on Facebook, feel free to join us in Zoom and talk with us and ask questions about how she did this.
Yes. All right. I will just set these out here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just use my same cup here. I probably have paint on my neck. Now for these, probably don't need as much paint because these are really, really, really small compared to the simple 8x10 over there. Best way to clean up the paint on the table though when you're done, I just use baby wipes. Simple and quick. Or I guess you could use Clorox wipes as well. Okay. These are super small, so I don't need as much paint this time. Woo! half of it, that didn't even go on, on the canvas.
Coach Pam asked if you need a fresh cup for every canvas.
You don't need one. I did not use one, but it just depends on what colors you want to use on your canvas. So that's a really good question. Now, when I did a large one, I actually did multiple cups just because if I use the same cup, I kind of filled my cups as I went, but you don't have to use a different cup, but yeah, just depends on your colors. These are disposable cups, so that's the easiest way for the cleanup of the cups anyway. All right, let's try that again, shall we? Got some fun little pearly colors in there. The smaller canvases are actually harder to manipulate, not gonna lie. But I think the end result will be fun for sure. Sometimes you can just, yep, there we go. You don't need a whole extra lot. You can just pour it down in there. That looks super fun.
That one's very cool.
Yeah. All right, so there's that, the first one.
And you just hang these on your wall, or what do you do with them?
Yeah, in the end, I just hang them up wherever I feel like my walls need some extra color and creativity. So they're easy to hang, hammer and a nail. So and we'll do a splash of yellow. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next cup here. Because it's so small, I learned the first time that I was doing it on the triangle that I'm going to go ahead and go sideways with it. My color or my table looks really, really fun right now too. So you could always wear disposable gloves when you work with paint. That is another way that I have painted before. So get that little bit covered up. Paint's flowing nicely, so all right, so there's the second one of that. I'll actually show you guys when all of this is dry and I have them pieced together. I'll show you the end result of what they all look like hanging up. So 2 more here. Anybody have any questions so far? Or any further questions? I think, let's see here. Sometimes you think a lot of this paint will go a long way, but then you realize you always need more. Don't remember what I just used. All right, let's see what we got here. Sometimes the very bottom layer, the first color I put in, will settle on top. So when I go to pour it out, if it's covering all my colors, I will flip my cup over so that you can see the rest of the colors, especially on a smaller canvas. It'll definitely take up a lot of your little space that you got going on. So it's nice. Okay. There's the third one. All right, and we got one more here to go, part of this whole piece. Let's see, what colors do we need to add? To tie all of this together. This cleanup should be fun. Got to find a way to utilize the paint that's on my table here. So let's see. Where did it go? Okay, let's see what this one looks like. Last canvas of the showing. Ooh, I like this one. I think the best so far. So your shapes don't change, they just stretch as you go. Oh yeah. So. All right, so this is the fourth piece. As you can see, it doesn't match any of the others, but it's okay because that's what makes it unique. All the colors kind of go together. But yeah, super duper messy. That's why we do it outside or wear clothes and gloves, but wear clothes that you're able to get messy. And then the cleanup's pretty simple. You just use wipes and all that in the area that's a mess. I'm going to leave my paints exactly where they are, the projects, and I'm going to let them dry for 24 hours. So like I said, after they're completely dry, because the paint is thick, there are multiple layers, make sure it's dry before you add a clear polyacrylic paint over the top to seal it and protect your artwork. So if you have any questions, let me know. Now's a great time. I definitely would love to answer them if I can. But you do not have to be an artist to do anything along these lines. It's super fun. The end result's the best part because you don't know what you're going to get. So does anybody have any questions?
I think we're good. I love it. Thank you for sharing with us.
Yes, and if you do do this project within the next week, I'd love to see what you've created. So I will send my projects, my finished product to Alyssa, and yeah, sounds good. Thanks.
All right, thank you. Bye.
See ya.